Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty. So today I wanted to take you through some of my favorite face brushes, and I think there are about 5 of them. They're a mix of high-end and low-end, and I think there's only one that I have no idea what the name is, but at least you can get an idea of the shape. So we're gonna start with concealer. So I typically put concealer on with my finger, and then I go in with this Real Techniques brush. You can get it on its own, but I think it also comes in a face kit. This is not a concealer brush, or this is not what it is named to be. I am pretty sure it is a highlighter brush, which I'm sure you could also use it as a highlighter brush. But what I do is I put my concealer on, and then I kind of use this brush to buff everything in because it gets right there into those crevices perfectly. Then what I do is I use my It Cosmetics foundation brush. I think it's called, let me see, Love is the Foundation. I think the Love is the Foundation is the Valentine's Day one, which is the heart. They have a star one out right now, and they do have their typical foundation brush is really the same brush, but for some reason this heart is just awesome. And so what I do is after I do that concealer, I take the excess with this brush and I press it into the skin. So I use the first one to buff and the second to press. I actually use more brushes than I use actual product on my face. So I use this to press everything in, and then I use the excess and press it into any other redness spots that I have. For powder, I actually do not use a brush. I use the puff. Well, that's a lie. I use 2 different powders, so we'll go with the first one. So I use this as a Wet n Wild. It's a flat top brush. It's clean, but not. I don't know. This one is, I think, $2 or $3 at the drugstore. So I use this to take my e.l.f. pressed powder and I just swoosh it in there, and I set the places that I just put any sort of concealer. I also use this at the very, very end to buff all the colors in together. So this is the only brush I use for powder. So then I do highlighter. I don't do highlighter at the end, I do it first before bronzer or blush. And I do not know, I think this is I'll have to ask my aunt, put it down below for you guys. So many people like this kind of brush for highlighter. This is where I'm a little different. For some reason, I just love that this kind of just presses against the curves of my face. So I use this for my highlighter, and I use this along the cheekbone and up along the sides of my eyebrows. Then I use, my favorite blush brush is Real Techniques blush brush. I like big fluffy ones. I don't like the really small dense brushes because that packs the color in one little spot and it doesn't fluff it out like I really like it. So this is my favorite blush brush, so I'll put that blush right on top of my highlight, and then I go back and I use this flat top brush to buff it all in, and then it looks a little bit more diffused, a little bit more natural, even when you are wearing a very distinct highlight. So again, these are my 5, that's a lie, 6 brushes for the face. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.